Imagine this. A single storm surge crashes over Galveston, Texas, wiping out 1 in 6 residents in a matter of hours. Or picture levees crumbling in New Orleans, turning a vibrant city into a watery graveyard. These aren't scenes from a Hollywood blockbuster. They're real chapters from America's brutal dance with nature since 1900. Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 worst natural disasters to hit the United States, ranked by death toll. But this isn't just a grim countdown. It's a story of hubris, geography, bad luck, and the slow-motion realization that we're not as invincible as we think. We'll unpack the science, the human cost, the policy failures, and the eerie patterns that keep repeating. Grab a map, because we're about to redraw America's fault lines. Number 10, the Galveston Hurricane of 1900. Let's set the stage. Galveston was the New York City of the Gulf Coast, a bustling port, the biggest in Texas, filled with cotton kings and opera houses. They called it the Wall Street of the Southwest. But on September 8th, a Category 4 hurricane nobody saw coming roared in from the Caribbean. Winds hit 145 miles per hour. A 20-foot storm surge swallowed the island whole. Official death toll? Around 8,000. Unofficial estimates push it to 12,000. That's 1 in 6 people gone. Why so deadly? No weather satellites, no radar. The US Weather Bureau dismissed warning signs from Cuba. Hubris. The city was built on a low-lying sandbar, elevation averaging just 4 feet. Post-disaster, they jocked up the entire island by 17 feet. Concrete and dirt dumped on every lot. Cost? $2.3 million in today's dollars. Lesson 1. Underestimate the ocean at your peril. Fast forward, and Galveston's seawall stands as a gritty monument to that night. But look at the map. Hurricanes don't care about our engineering ego. Dropping to number 9, the Tri-State Tornado of 1925. March 18th, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana. A single supercell thunderstorm births an F5 monster, the most violent tornado category. It stayed on the ground for 3.5 hours, carving a 219-mile path. That's longer than many marathons. Death toll, 695. Injured, over 2,000. Homes pulverized into splinters, trains hurled like toys. Here's the geography kicker. The tornado tore through rural America at a time when barns were tinderboxes and warnings were horse and buggy telegrams. No Doppler radar until the 1950s. The storm hit during school hours. Entire classrooms vanished. Economically, adjusted for inflation, about $1.65 billion in damage. But the real cost? It exposed how the flat, windy Midwest is Tornado Alley by design. Warm Gulf air clashes with cold fronts here like clockwork. We've built dams and early warning systems since, but supercells still spawn uninvited. Number 8, the 1935 Labor Day Hurricane. Florida Keys, September 2nd. A Category 5, the first to hit the US mainland. 185-mile-per-hour winds, 40-foot storm surge. Veterans building the overseas highway drowned by the hundreds. Total dead 423, but many bodies never recovered, lost to the sea. Context, the Great Depression. FDR's New Deal WPA crews were there, scraping by 30 cents an hour. The storm turned their camps into coffins. Why no evacuation? Spotty forecasts again. The hurricane curved north unexpectedly. Damage, $12 million then, peanuts now, but it reshaped Keys infrastructure. They finished that highway, US 1, linking the mainland to paradise. Irony? Tourists drive it today, oblivious to the ghosts under the bridges. Pattern emerging? Islands plus hurricanes equals tragedy squared. Number 7, the 1919 Florida Keys hurricane with a Texas chaser. Same year, 2 punches. First, Keys get hammered, Category 4, 600 dead, including 488 on a missing steamer. Then it pivots to Corpus Christi, adding to the toll. Storm surge, 16 feet. Ships tossed inland. This one's a combo platter of forgotten storms. Pre-satellite era, hurricanes were wild cards. Florida's barrier islands amplify surges like a megaphone. Economic hit minimal on paper, but it stalled Gulf shipping. Visual on the map, the Gulf of Mexico is a hurricane factory, warm waters fueling beasts that curve right into our doorstep. We've named storms since 1950, but back then, just the big blow. Number 6, the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and fire. April 18th, 7.9 magnitude on the San Andreas Fault. The quake lasts 45 seconds but triggers fires that rage 3 days. Wood frame city, ruptured gas lines, 80% of San Francisco ash. Deaths, 3,000 to 6,000. Official undercount to save insurance face. Science time. The fault slipped 20 feet in places. Aftershocks kept coming. The fire killed more than shaking. Water mains burst. Damage, $400 million bun, $15 billion now. Response, massive rebuild, birth of seismic codes. But zoom out. California sits on the ring of fire. Plate tectonics don't negotiate. We've quake-proofed skyscrapers, but the big one looms. Population boom means next time exponentially worse. Number 5, the 1928 Okeechobee hurricane. Florida again, September 16th, Category 4. Hits Palm Beach, but Lake Okeechobee is the killer. 13-foot surge bursts mud dikes. Glades fled for 200 miles. 2,500 dead, mostly poor black farm workers and shanties. Bodies stacked in trucks, buried in mass graves. Geography lesson. Okeechobee is a shallow saucer, 730 square miles. No natural outlet. Dikes were joke, earthen berms. Racial injustice amplified it. Warnings ignored for migrant labor. Cost, $25 million. Hoover Dike built after, 143 miles long, but breaches still happen. Florida's interior lakes are surge amplifiers, a hidden vulnerability on every hurricane map. Number 4, the Great Flood of 1913. Easter weekend, Ohio Valley. 3 storms dumped 9 inches in days. Rivers like the Miami swell 60 feet. Dayton underwater 20 feet deep. 650 dead across 15 states. Factories, rail lines gone. Why? Frozen ground couldn't absorb rain. No flood control then. Midwest's web of rivers, Ohio, Mississippi tributaries, turns rain into Armageddon. Damage, $100 million. Birth of U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Dam Empire. Miami Conservancy District, first flood control in America. But climate variability means mega rains keep coming. Note the pattern. Rivers don't forget. Number 3, the 1936 heat wave. Not a single event, but a continent-scale killer. June to August, plains to northeast. Temps hit 121 degrees Fahrenheit in North Dakota. Drought plus heat, 5,000 Americans dead. Crops failed, Dust Bowl preview. Mechanism, polar jet stream stalls, trapping hot air. No AC widespread. Power grids overload. Elderly, kids hit hardest. Economic toll, billions in lost agriculture. It scorched the map from Canada south. Response, rural electrification sped up. But heat domes are back. Look at 2021 Pacific Northwest. Our grid's still fragile. Number 2, the 1980 heat wave. July-August redux. Midwest, south. 110 degrees Fahrenheit plus streaks. 1,700 dead, mostly urban poor without escape. Chicago morgues overflow. Same stalled jet, amplified by concrete jungles, urban heat islands. No warning systems mature. Carter's energy crisis era, AC rationed ironically. $20 billion hit. Pushed OSHA heat regs, but urban sprawl worsens it. Cities trap heat like ovens. Number 1, Hurricane Katrina 2005. August 29th, Category 3 landfall, Louisiana. But levees fail, 80% of New Orleans floods. 1,800 dead total, 1,392 Louisiana. Superdome squalor, stranded thousands. The map tells it. Bowl-shaped city below sea level. Lake Pontchartrain, Mississippi River box den. Corps of Engineers levees, 50-year standard, but storm was a 400-year event. Bush slow walks response, $125 billion damage, costliest until recent years. Exposed inequality, poor black neighborhoods drowned first. Post-Katrina, $14 billion levees, but erosion persists. Climate change supercharges hurricanes, warmer Gulf waters. So what's the big picture? Since 1900, these 10 claimed over 25,000 lives. Total cost, trillions adjusted. Patterns scream. Coasts for hurricanes, faults for quakes, plains for twisters, rivers for floods, heat everywhere. We've engineered responses, dams, codes, radars, but population growth, climate shift, and complacency stack odds against us. America's geography is our curse and gift. From Galveston to Katrina, each disaster redraws the mob of risk. We're adapting, but slowly. Next time a storm brews or fault rumbles, remember, nature doesn't vote, she just shows up. What part of this map scares you most? Hit comments. Thanks for watching. See you on the next map.